everybody, Melissa Sorrentino here. Want to talk today about other people's fears on your behalf. We cannot let that get in our way. It can get in your way in the moments of your performance, and it can get in your way overall about all your pursuits, your whole life, your whole career, beyond your career, your life itself. Now, sometimes people love us, right? I mean, they love us a lot and they don't want to see us suffer. But a lot of times, people are incorrect when they make estimates about what's going on inside of you. Only you know what's going on inside of you. You know, I had a situation come up very recently. I'm trying to do a thing and I'm not very good at it and I'm trying to learn it. And as I'm learning it, other people are witnessing the learning process. Now, I know myself, you guys. I'm middle-aged. I've been around a while. I get me. And I know what my process is. And I know how it works. I also know that I often will think I have limitations that I don't actually have. And I may be able to still get a few more laps past where I think my limits are. So now that I know that about myself, I continue to really kind of push the envelope because I believe that that's how you improve. You know, I mean, if I wanted to be a bodybuilder in the next, couple of years, I know I could change my eating and my sleeping. If that was my number one priority, I could build muscles. I could get big old traps and be like her, if that's what I wanted to do. But it wouldn't be fun to watch me. And if you saw me like shaking and trembling and like pulling up like a dumbbell, you might be like, oh my God, that girl's really nervous. And I'd be like, that's not nerves. That's my muscles giving out. That's sweat. That's muscle weakness, anything. So from the outside looking in, a lot of times people who are observing are actually experiencing an emotion within themselves, and then they project that on you. And they'll say something like, you look really nervous while you're lifting that weight. What you really need to do is get out of your head. And, I know you've heard this phrase a lot if you're a performer of any type, this get out of your head. And I would be like, in that scenario, let's say, I'm actually, I want to say, time out. Please stop saying I'm nervous because you're making me actually nervous because you're making me think about nervousness. I'm trying to lift a dumbbell. If I was alone in a room and I had all day to do it, my arm would shake and I would sweat. This is what it looks like when a woman my age tries to lift something this heavy. Maybe you're not used to seeing it, but I full well know when I put something on a top shelf in my, fridge that I don't want to drop that's very heavy, my hands might shake. I only have the muscle structure that I have, or the muscle strength. So anyway, that's literally sort of a really, I think, good example. And that's why I wanted to do a video about it, because I'm recognizing the insistence level of the observer that I'm nervous. Well, I'm like, seriously, I am not ashamed to be nervous. I'm not ashamed to admit I'm nervous. I'm not unaware when I'm nervous. I know what nervousness feels like for Melissa Sorrentino. I feel it all the time, and it's all fine. And even if I was nervous, I could say, yeah, I am nervous, and then try to get out of my head, which is good advice. But truly, this particular situation, it's not nervousness. It's the muscle strength. And the only way that I can get through that is that I have to do repetition, and through resistance training, I need to break down the muscles and then allow them to, replenish over some time and build, and then I will literally physically have the strength. It's like when I sing. Sometimes when I sing, I probably sound nervous. Sometimes it is nerves, and then I'll say, hey, I'm nervous, and that's fine. And then I'm like, I just try to sing through the nerves. But sometimes it really is just my breath support is not very strong. My diaphragm is not in great shape. My muscle memory for that is from going way back, and I had a huge hiatus where I didn't sing. So anybody who's a singer, if you've experienced that, you're kind of like, you can tell that, you know, your vibrato is a little bit less consistent. You just don't have that like cushion of breath support, like holding it up. And that's just going to be through practice, just through practice and reps. That's why I made a video about improv and reps, because some things are just flat out reps. It's not something where you can psych yourself into a higher ability level. Skills are built over time, repetition, and actual physiological muscle memory, breath control, just the experience level of your brain learning how to respond to, like, I'm on a stage. This is not fight or flight. I'm not going to die. Nobody's laughing. And I've been through 100,000 situations where I thought it was funny and nobody's laughing. And the first time that happened, a panic response arose. But the 100,000th time it happened, whatever. Maybe they'll laugh tomorrow. Who gives a shit? You know? So, overall with your career, you're going to have people that are going to watch you struggle. And they're going to observe your feelings. They're going to see you cry. They're going to see you pout. They're going to see you complain. My suggestion is, if you are at like an impasse where enough people you care about are suggesting that you quit, okay? But you don't want to. You just don't want to. You don't want to quit yet. You're not, even take yet off it. You just don't want to. And you know, if you quit, you're going to find yourself just doing shit anyway, because it's just how you're wired. So if you don't want to quit and you don't want to deal with that, my suggestion is don't complain. Start journaling. Don't complain after every audition. I don't blame anybody who's like, hey, if you chose the lifestyle where you're going to audition every day, then don't expose me to your choice of putting that pressure on yourself and then bitching about it. They might enjoy hearing you say, I believe in myself, you know, that audition I think went how it went, and you know, I'm just going to kind of let it go. But if you're boring because you're one note, that's why people are ditching on you. It's not because they don't believe in you. It's because they're exhausted. They have problems too, you know. Just because yours are more fabulous doesn't mean that they're any more legitimate. They're just more, maybe you're louder about them. So I say chill about complaining and accept that this is the choice that you made. But also just primarily this video is making the point that if other people are nervous on your behalf, just allow yourself that timeout moment that I said. You don't have to say that actually to the person. You can just know it in yourself. Give yourself a timeout. If you need to exit and go to the bathroom or something, do that for a while. I'm to a level, thank God, in my life where I don't even have to exit and go to a bathroom. I don't have to journal. I just do it right inside myself. It's instant response. I just check in and I go, I'm not nervous, that guy. I'm not nervous. That guy just thinks I'm nervous, but that's okay. He can think what he thinks. That doesn't make any difference at all. I'm still lifting this dumbbell. And there can be an audience or there cannot be an audience. People can watch the videos or they cannot watch these videos. I am who I am, and I'm going to dig deep. And if I quit, it's going to be for me. And if I stick to something, it's going to be for me. And if I feel nervous and have to get out of my head, I will do so. And if someone gives me advice that rings true to me, I will accept the advice. And if someone gives me advice that's based on their emotional response to what they perceive as something going on with me that they're actually incorrect about, that's okay. People can be wrong. I may stick up for myself or say one thing to say, like, I disagree that that's what's taking place. But if that doesn't land, I'll let it go. I'm in a point in my life where I don't even bother. I just go, oh, okay, that's what that person thinks. And then I just move on. It doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is that when I go to bed at night, I'm true and authentic to myself. And if I'm too nervous, I will try to work on getting out of my own head. And if I am lifting dumbbells that are really heavy, I will just either keep doing it or quit. But that is going to be my call. And I hope it's your call too. God bless everybody with all your struggles and all your heavy lifting. Okay? Take care. Bye.